r/AskReddit by Redmond Dts. What's embarrassing at 18, but attractive at 30? Looking younger than your actual age. At age 18, people thought I was 14. At 30, people thought I was still in my early 20s. Getting carded at a bar. Being nerdy passionate about stuff. When I loved playing backgammon as a teen, I got made fun of. In my 30s, people are wildly interested and want me to teach them. Genuine enthusiasm. Teenagers think liking things isn't cool, adults don't. Even if you don't share a passion, passion is attractive. I happened by an observatory a week or two ago. To be honest with you, looking through the telescope seemed to me to be exactly the same as just looking up. But the astronomers were just so enthusiastic about their passion, they made the tour great. Apparently, somebody somewhere in the world discovered a new supernova at the start of July and these guys were about ready to burst with excitement about it. If I never look through a telescope at the stars again, I'll be fine. But I want to meet people with a passion like this for many other topics, as many times as I can. Early bedtimes. I turn 40 in a month. I'm still to bed at 11 PM, up by 5:30 AM. Not enough hours in the day. Helping your parents with anything. Just generally enjoying your parents' company too. I used to always get so wound up by mine. Now I actually really enjoy just sitting, having a beer with my dad, or going for lunch with my mum. Being genuinely kind. It does kinda get overlooked when you're younger, but is so central as you get older. Nah, that's just part of growing up. Plus, most teenagers are kind of assholes. Safety. I grew up in a world where we were embarrassed to wear helmets and knee pads. Now I find it embarrassing that older people will risk their health and safety for a bit of shallow vanity. I don't know about attractive, but there is certainly way less you give a fudge about. It is way cooler to be a nerd about something at 30 than 18. Certainly better than staring at the TV or phone all day. Not having or posting on social media. People look at me like I'm a serial killer when I mention I don't really mess with Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. But I'm a nearly 40-year-old man, so I always assumed it'd be pretty common for my demographic. Apparently not in my neck of the woods. Sobriety. Seriously, that 18 to early 20s is a social nightmare to not drink in. You're the weird one and need to explain yourself and defend your choice. In your 30s, show up to a barbecue and say, I'll just take a bottle of water, there's a whole cooler full of them, and probably Kool-Aid as well. Because everyone's got kids now, and if you wanted beers, you should have brought your own. Going to a party at 30 is way better for people who don't drink than it was at 18. Being intelligent. In my high school, the smartest kids were usually seen as nerds and not at the top of the social hierarchy compared to jocks. But fast forward to 30, when those are the ones making insane dough as doctors, lawyers, etc., with power in society. All of a sudden they're a lot more desirable, lol. Being a planned ahead kind of person. I feel as though during your teenage years, a lot of your peers rely on spontaneity, so being the person to need a plan ahead of time seems embarrassing or makes you look like a Debbie Downer. But as you get older, that preparedness is a very admirable and attractive trait, especially when it comes to planning dates. Sleeping with 30-year-olds. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.